All right, you guys, we just picked up this K5 here a few months ago. I checked this thing out, tried to buy it 4 years ago from a friend's uncle who kindly told us to get the F off the property. But he called me, or he contacted his nephew and got a hold of me now 4 years later while I was working in Texas, and asked if I was still interested in it. And I definitely was. So I had another friend go pick it up, and in this video I go pick it up and start working on it. I collected some parts. There's still a lot more to do, so stay tuned. And I appreciate you guys watching. I am at a loss of words. I looked at this thing 4 years ago, and my memory must be very faded because it is way better than I remember. This is freaking awesome. Need some door handles, but
looks good, babe.
man. This is freaking awesome. The windshield's good. The windshield frame is damn near perfect. This is freaking awesome. I don't even know what to say. Hell yeah.
Got a new system. The King of Pearl.
Hey, first time driving it.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
it definitely is gonna need some adjustments.
Oh yeah.
But it made it on the trailer.
Whoop, whoop.
Under its own power. That's the first voyage this thing has made in shit.
Hey,
Probably
dude, I got a big yellow ratchet.
15,
strap.
20 years.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I didn't sling the top off of it either.
Good job.
I think I almost did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I almost did.
slid back a little bit.
I was wondering what that noise was. I didn't notice everything around me moved.
Holy shit. I was just worried about that throttle hanging wide open and you freaking spazzing out in there and dumping the clutch,
Oh, right.
driving it through the Duramax. That would have been fucking awful.
All right, Bristol, we brought it home. Finally. Fixing to unload it off the trailer. Let it sit over here for a little while till the shop's up. Isn't that right, Bristol? Where's the squirrel? Go give me a squirrel. Skid. I don't see it. There's one over there. Heck yeah.
Taking her off.
Jesse's ready to pop. All right.
Let's go. That'll work. Ran out of gas?
So I shut it off so I can use the motor as a brake because I'm too scared to press the brakes
Yeah.
because they look so nasty inside the master cylinder.
Well, that worked beautifully. She's happy.
All right, it's finally home.
That it is.
All right, finally got this thing in the shop. Since I've got the shop up and going, I got the new tires. These are what I want to run on it, but the lift kit I have is bigger than what I wanted. It's a 12-inch, but so I might end up running my 38.5 boggers. Either way, just got the truck in here. It's still dirty inside because I haven't even cleaned it up since I bought the thing. It runs amazing though. My buddy Josh built me a motor. It's a 350 bored 30 over with flat top pistons. The block has been decked, the heads have been decked, and the heads have all been rebuilt and everything. Everything in the motor's all brand spanking new. It's got a small cam in it. Needs some love though. I still got to replace brackets and stuff because the belts don't line up. All those are showing up now. I think I got one of the 2 brackets, and I got new brakes for it. They just showed up earlier today as well. I got calipers yesterday, so I got the master cylinder, booster and bracket, and proportioning valve. I got to build all that, throw all that on. The thing don't even have a fan shroud on it. I've done basically nothing to this thing since I've gotten it, and it's been eating me alive. I've just been collecting parts. So now that I've finally got enough to get started, I'm gonna go ahead and probably throw the lift kit on it and see if I'm gonna run it or not. I'm really excited though. I can't wait to see this thing on the tires. That ought to be some motivation. So, hell yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I got 1,000 things that I probably should be working on, but my K5 doesn't shift. So I got a Speedway. This is like a dirt track race car shifter. And we're gonna see if I can make this crap work. I'm not really finding any information on this stuff online. Get up, motherfucker, shall I ain't hurt. Not really finding anything online. So sorry about shaking you guys all over the place like that. Anyways, this is the shifter. And instead of it being up here on the column, let's see, I think it's first is down, and up, forward and up is second, and straight down from there is third. Well, this shit ain't working at all. Like, matter of fact, let me go ahead and fix that. There. Oh, I need to fix this too. This thing's got a lot of love needing to be addressed on this thing. But anyways, yeah, this is the shifter. And with any luck, I'll try to make this thing work. Stick it right through the floor, right here next to the seat. I am shaking you guys all over the place. I apologize. But take you underneath the truck. Oh, I might need these rods. I'll take all of it. Hell with it. Started peeling up some of the floor. It's holding moisture. So if you think your rubber mat is doing you a favor, it's just staying wet underneath it. Anyways, let's see how this goes. So we got it up and got the 3-speed on the column. 3-speed transmission. Can't see anything. Let me turn on my little lights across the floor. Oh yeah, look at this rust bucket. Much better. So, this is, look at all that slop right there. It might not seem like much, but you add that, then the deflection of the rod, plus then all the slop in the other 2 joints up there. It's a lot. So yeah, this crap ain't working at all. But let's see. And this is the other one. That one's kind of moving around on the transmission too. All right, so these brackets, on the shifter brackets on the side of the transmission here. This one here, I cut it because no matter how you had it, it was like pulling up and down. I could switch it from one to the other, turn it upside down, right side up. I straightened it out, all kinds of stuff. So I finally ended up just cutting it. And now I'm going to weld it back together like that, so it'll shift rocking forward and backwards instead of up and down, basically, or diagonally. Looks like it was made that way. I beveled the weld, or I beveled the splice and butt welded it together. Oh boy. What did I do? This thing is going to be way too big. It's on 33s and the freaking hood is almost taller than me. When you need 3 hands, or maybe even 4, this U-bolt is just barely too wide at the top. So I got this little contraption going on. We'll see if it works. Don't have to go very far. This has to go. And I don't have a vise, so I can't bend this to make it tighter. It's working. Mother lover. My damn clamp won't go past the chunk on one side.
Back to the drawing board.
Dabbing at it. Oh man, come on. I wonder if I lift the lift, if I can slide it over and come around. I might need your help. Almost. Well, that looks ridiculous, but it's lifted. Got a good deal on the springs, so I can't complain. Now I just got to put some more lift in the back. It's funny how these almost negative arched springs were in the front. These springs didn't look like they were gonna jack it up that much whenever they were sitting by themselves, but definitely does a lot. Hopefully it doesn't ride like a dang covered wagon, but I probably should have finished all the work under the hood before I put the lift on, because now it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh man. Oh well. I was anxious to see if these springs would even fit, and they did. So here we are. Well, I like the fat look of the Super Swampers more than I like the boggers, but the boggers will fit the K5 much better. And the 33s will fit this much better. So I'll swap them back and forth. They're both on 14 wide Barts. The boggers are on some chrome ones, but they're rough. But I'm gonna swap them out, see how I like it. All right, so I bought this master cylinder and brake booster kit. It didn't come assembled. I was hoping that it would, because I didn't really want to build this, but after fighting the old one off and the brake line just snapping off, as you can see, which probably did me a favor. It came with this little deal here, I guess, to bleed the master cylinder. So that's the reason I'm not hooking these lines up yet. I really didn't think this through because whenever I put the lip kit on it, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just throw the brakes on it. I wish that I threw the brakes on it before I put the lift on it, because I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked on a lifted truck. If it's mildly lifted, it isn't that big a deal, but whenever you can't even see over the fender, then it gets a little complicated. Stand on top of the tire, but there's nowhere up there to set tools or anything, so it's just a pain in the ass. Wish I still had some of my little magnet trays and stuff, because I'm standing on top of the tire, reaching over here, putting stuff on the edge of the table. I got a mess going on, but yeah, so the rod that comes out of the firewall, I'm going to reuse that. Also, I'm not going to tighten the bolts because it has this support bracket here. I'm going to put that on as well. And the wiring in this thing is a freaking mess, so I'm going to end up getting me a new engine harness or rebuilding this one or something. There isn't nothing to it. It's probably super cheap. I also have new ICP or ICP. Anyways, I got new brackets for the alternator and the power steering, and hopefully it all fits my application, because it looks like one of my heads has bolt holes in the front of it and the other one doesn't. I think maybe. I can't see over the damn fender. No, they both do. Okay, never mind. I'm just crazy. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to do in here. I have headers. I'm gonna see if they will fit. I still need to take the shifting linkage off from the 3-speed on the column, because I converted it to the floor shift. And I don't think I showed you guys the inside of the truck. That's it in neutral. They're not straight with each other. I didn't have enough adjustment in the little levers or the bars that go to the shifting linkage, and I didn't really want to cut it and weld it with my spool gun, so it doesn't really bother me them being staggered like that. It's just, I mean, you gotta know that's neutral. So the Samurai actually has the same calipers, not original calipers, but it actually has the same calipers as the K5. This thing has Jeep Willys axles underneath it. It's got the front spider gears are welded up and the rear spider gears are welded up, so it's full-on posi. Makes it extremely difficult to drive, especially with those big ass tires on it. So now with the 33s, maybe it'll be much easier to drive, with any luck anyways. This thing runs like a dream. And this thing is super cold. It's like 40 degrees outside. It's probably 50 degrees in here. Got the intake is inside the cab. Anyways, just figured I'd show you guys that. So, we'll continue to get some stuff done and continue to give you guys updates on all this. Well, what a pain in the rear, literally in the rear of the K5. All of the damn bolts wanted to be seized up. I had to cut them with a torch. Luckily, I had enough between the extra shackles that I had off of these new, supposedly they're 10-inch leaf springs, but this thing has 12-inch lift in the front and it's sitting level. So apparently these are 12-inch rear lift leaf springs. So this thing is, like I keep saying, way bigger than I wanted it to be. Look at all the dirt and stuff that came out from underneath this thing. but it looks pretty tough. It's big. So I just fought the rear leaf springs in. I gotta get new U-bolts. I had to cut them, and they're just basically sitting there. It's bolted together, and it will pick up with the lift, but it's not right. Here's that brake line that I need to rerun, just sitting here, hanging, whatever. Still a bunch more stuff I need to do. I still gotta rerun my front brake lines. I have the steel braided that come from the frame and go down to the calipers. I have the calipers and all that good stuff.
He's excited. More to come. We're gonna paint it. We have a color in mind already.
Oh yeah.
So stay tuned. We want to take it cross country. He's probably excited about that. Yeah.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yes, it is. It also needs a name. So please drop a comment below. Help us name our beautiful K5. We have a lot more to do to it. A paint. We already have a color in mind, so we're excited about it. And a lot more things. So like, subscribe, share, join us on our journey.
Thank y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.
What he said.